And so here we are in our post-Christmas episode, trying a new one. We're going to bend the rules a little bit. In our normal rules are that it has to be a distilled liquor, 1999 or less for a standard size bottle. But however, because this offering is a liqueur, which is a bit of a novelty item, we're going to go a little bit above our price point, not tremendously, but a little bit above our price point, and give Hellboy cinnamon whiskey a shot. This allegedly is a corn whiskey. It's got both natural flavors and caramel color. Now, how they got caramel color out of this, and we're in my office, so the lighting isn't the best in the world. This is a, well, how would you describe that?
Mouthwash red?
Yeah, it's a lovely shade of mouthwash. Whiskey and put in a couple cinnamon sticks, macerated it myself, and it turned out all right. In my experience, typically when they flavor something, because I guarantee this is probably going to be sweet as well as cinnamon, when they flavor whiskey, that means that the source material is a little bit dodgy to begin with.
Well, yeah. I mean,
it's like chicken nuggets and hot dogs. You don't make that stuff out of the good stuff.
Yeah, you're not making hot dogs out of prime rib. That's just not how that works.
But that being said, Hellboy has always been a favorite of mine. Mike Mignola, one of the best comics, horror writers, and artists. Nobody does monsters like he does that I've ever seen. Love the movies, but the source material was far superior. And I have to give them the hats off. They're using the actual Hellboy illustration there. And on the back, we even have dedicated to the BPRD, which is the organization Hellboy was in. So geek cred in full flight. The back of the bottle does say that it's 100% American-made and craft distilled, for what that's worth. American soldiers discovered Hellboy on December 23rd, 1944, after a Nazi experiment brought him into our world, dedicated to the BPRD. And then they reference Dark Horse, which, again, one of my favorite comics companies. So we're going to give this bad boy a try.
Now, generally, talk about Nazis, things start going south, right? So let's hope this doesn't go too far south.
And this is, oh my goodness. That is an unnatural color.
Are you supposed to drink that or spit it out after you?
Or pour it on a wound.
Sanitize. Sanitization purposes only.
Oh man, I don't know if pouring this in a Glen.
It smells like Act mouthwash. The red Act. You smell that to tell me that is not what it smells like.
I was going to say, I don't know if pouring this in a Glencairn is a good idea because it's going to concentrate all the smells right up to your nose. Oh my God.
I told you. It smells like Act. It smells like mouthwash.
It does. I haven't had that stuff since I was a kid. The bottle that had the little dispenser on top.
You squeeze it. And
you squeeze it. Yeah. Oh my God.
That's what this stuff is. It's just been repurposed.
Getting hammered on mouthwash.
Woo!
It does it.
High school.
It smells like mouthwash, cinnamon gum.
Well, to be honest, it's opening up a little bit now.
It smells really sweet.
Now you can almost smell some of the corn and other flavors. Yeah, it's not just
your olfactory sense is a little bit more refined than mine because I'm not picking out anything but mouthwash now.
Well, now that I've said it, yeah. I have a feeling this is going to hurt.
But again, the light in my office does not do this justice. I need to start using some natural light to film these because this is just unholy. But
like Hellboy, it's appropriate. Yeah, it's
appropriate. So, all right, let's give it a taste. I'm drinking Big Red.
Big Red. Yeah, that's what it tastes like.
It tastes
like Big Red gum.
Like Big Red chewing gum. I get no flavor of whiskey in it at all. I can feel a little bit of the alcohol. It's got a little bit of the alcohol bite in the back of it.
In the back of it, yeah, but it tastes like Big Red chewing gum.
Yeah. Now, I have had moonshines that minus the sweetness and the cinnamon, similar presence to this. So if it were made out of like a corn moonshine, not a whiskey, because to me, I don't know if it's definitive or not, but typically in my mind, a whiskey needs to be aged in a barrel for at least some period of time. If it's a corn whiskey that's unaged, that's a moonshine.
Yeah, if you're just putting it in
that's just pure white lightning.
A distiller and just pouring it in a bottle. And yeah, it's that Big Red freshness cuts right through you.
It's really, the more It's hanging around. It's almost cloyingly sweet.
This is
Diabetes.
diabetes. Thanks, Wilbur Brimley. I was gonna say this is like a frat girl.
No, because the cinnamon and the alcohol content makes it a little too abrupt. I mean, it's not punching above its weight. It's still down on what did it say about the 30%? 33.3%, 66.6 proof. So it's not all the way down to girl drink drunk level.
No, but I was thinking this is the kind of stuff that they like to take shots of before they go out.
Okay.
Pre-game shots, sorority girl pre-game shots. That's what these are.
That's its niche. If you got comics nerds that want to do a row of shots before they go to the Comic-Con, this is your stuff. But man, I don't I don't know if I can finish this.
This might go down with the Malort as the
Hey, no.
in the
No.
finished. Well, in the full glass club because the last two we finished, I believe. We finished the
Last
Horchata,
couple we
and we
finished,
finished
I'm
the
gonna
fight. The cock got we put a number on the cock.
this between and it's got so much sugar in it that it's just you can see it clinging to the side of the glass. It's
syrupy. Like
between
you can see it dripping down like syrup.
Between the syrupiness and really overt cinnamon. They say it's natural. I'll take them at their word, but
hemorrhaging is also natural. It's not necessarily good.
So is cyanide. Gosh. Hellboy, you let me down.
Here's the good news, though.
Yeah.
If you do finish this off, you can just buy another bottle of Act mouthwash and replace it.
And it has its own website. I did not know this at the beginning, but it's got a website on the back URL, hellboyhellwater.com. I just don't know what else to say about this. It's good for comedic effect. And that's why I would want it on the bar because it's Hellboy. It's an absurd color.
Exactly. It's Hellboy.
If I had people over, would I whip it out and give them a taste of it? Sure.
Yeah. If they're into Fireball, if they're into that,
I would definitely put this a good notch below something like Goldschlager. And Goldschlager in its own right is not exactly a top shelf liqueur, but compared to some of the other cinnamons, I think this is about run of the mill for a lot of the inexpensive cinnamon whiskeys I've seen.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't make me want to go shave my tongue, but
there's definitely a market out there. There are people who do enjoy.
Yeah, and like I said, I like it primarily for the label and again the shock value. It's not like the Fighting Cock, which I would keep around not only because it's a ridiculous bottle, but in the right context, it can be a good drink. With this,
can we make it better?
I'm coming up a blank. How would you mix a cinnamon liqueur like this? What would you do with it? I mean, would you dilute it in soda? Would you mix it in a Sprite? Or just club tonic or club soda? Tonic wouldn't go with this because tonic with that bitterness would just clash.
Ginger ale, maybe?
But that much cinnamon and then add ginger to it. Too spicy?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know.
And it's talking to me already.
I don't know. Piece of ice in it?
Yeah. Let's see if it opens up. Round 2, we dropped in an ice cube because we really didn't have anything else appropriate to put in here, and water alone, since it's an unseasonably warm Florida winter, ice cube seemed appropriate. Nose really hasn't changed at all, but to be honest, I didn't expect it to.
It may be a little mellower, or maybe I'm just used to it.
The taste didn't change, but cooling it down made it a little bit more approachable.
It did. It made it much more candy-ish, I would say.
Maybe like Goldschlager, this would be one you keep in the freezer.
You keep this chilled. And it goes right back to my frat girl pregame shot theory.
Typically, you chill alcohol to blunt the flavors. That's usually why you don't want to chill things like whiskey, because it'll kill a lot of the subtleties, kill some of the flavors, hide the flavors, mute it. And in something like this, it's so overpoweringly sweet with that cinnamon that just reaches out and grabs your nose hairs.
In fact, that's all it tastes like now. Like you almost lose the Big Red subtlety, the thing that makes Big Red gum, as opposed to just like a cinnamon Altoid. You kind of lose that when you make it cold.
That's a good comparison. Now it tastes like a cinnamon Altoid.
Now it's just cinnamon.
Yeah.
It's lost
It's
that
just-
character.
It's just sweet and cinnamon, and because I don't even really taste the alcohol in it anymore. So there
I
you
think
go.
this would be more approachable for a lot of people, but I think it actually had more character when it was warm.
So if you were serious about wanting some kind of cinnamon flavored whiskey,
For water, because you're crazy.
Yeah. but if that's where your palate takes you, I'm not going to tell you don't like something that you like, but I will say
Except for Nazis. Don't like Nazis.
yes. If you're going that route, I wouldn't recommend this other than just, like I said, the comedic value of the color and the label. The actual product itself, no.
Yeah, it's a thumbs down.
Well, there you have it. Hellboy Hellwater.
Hellish.